already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys here with your host, DB, and host Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, after last night, I am in a euphoric state of mind, good sir. Tyrese Maxey is all that I thought he would be and more.
Yes.
But beyond that, good day of work, and was looking forward to this all day because this is usually the best part of my day when it comes around.
Yes. No, it's a highlight. We hope it's a highlight in others' week. I joke with Trevor before the show here. This should have been called the hangover episode. We're going to give it the best we got. Thursday took a lot out of me, but we're going to fucking push along here. No, it was, if you haven't watched that episode yet, make sure to go back to Draft Night, second annual Draft Night Shindig episode. See Joe down there, me and Trevor covering the draft. It was a hell of a time.
Kind of peaked at the 2.5 hour, maybe 2:45 mark after the Steelers picked, but otherwise we had feet on the ground. We had Joe bullying around people to get to the front of near the stage there. That was fun. That was enjoyable. And like I said, I'm going to enjoy the shit out of that draft when it comes to Pittsburgh in a couple years.
Yes, but speaking of the draft here, from our understanding, not being biased, but in my opinion, I felt the Pittsburgh Steelers had the best draft. Trevor, in your opinion, would you agree on that? It's covered all the bases. Troy
Fatanu
was our first overall pick. Zach Frazier, center from West Virginia, second.
That guy
Third, Roman Wilson, wide receiver, Peyton Wilson, linebacker, which everybody's very hyped about him. There's a lot of comps to the play style of Shazier, how fast he's around the field.
Yes. Yeah, he is a tremendous lateral quickness, excellent pursuit to the ball. Does have a bit of an injury history, though, so that's somewhat concerning.
Okay.
But that's really about the only thing that's concerning with him. That did drop him down to a third-round pick. I think he was projecting at second before the season started. Then he had some injuries and some holdups there. Right. But otherwise, no, I like that kid. I like the draft that we had. All around good draft, addressed some needs right away. With drafting a guard and a center right out of the gate with the rounds 1 and 2 picks. And then we got a guard later in the draft out of South Dakota State as well, Mason McCormick. So did pretty good. I got a cornerback a little later than I wanted to, but otherwise, in terms of the quality of picks, it doesn't get much better than this. A lot of teams had really good drafts, and the Steelers chief among them.
Yes. From their grade here, day 1 was grade A2, day 2 was an A, and day 3 was a B+. Fuck it. I wasn't very good at school. A B+ is basically an A+. So good job, Steelers. You guys did a great job. All right. I don't, but just looking at other teams here, the one, I think we touched on it before.
Yeah.
The Vikings, and I'm trying to scroll. I'm using my phone now, folks. You're going to have to bear with me. God damn it. Where are the Vikings picks here?
Oh, I got them right here. You need me to go to the Vikings?
Yeah. Let's just
Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, they, as I was, we kind of talked before the show, they had an eventful draft, but they did not have a day 2 pick. They had 2 first-rounders in J.J. McCarthy, Dallas Turner, both of whom they traded up for. But, like I said, even when we were live last week, I don't think they needed to trade up for McCarthy. I think he was going to be there at 11 for them. Right. I forget who they traded up with, but actually might say it in the from the Jets. Yeah, they traded up with the Jets. Jets didn't need a quarterback.
No.
They weren't going to take McCarthy.
No.
And from what I understand, net out of that trade, the Jets gained a pick. So yeah, if you're the Jets, you make that trade all day. Yes. Why the Vikings proposed it, I don't know. Yeah, and then later on they traded up with the Jaguars for Dallas Turner. Don't blame them one bit there. Took a while for a defensive player to go off the board, and Dallas Turner wasn't even the first one to go off the board.
Right.
I honestly, the name escapes me of who it was, but you got Dallas Turner sitting there at 17. Yeah, it's pretty tough to pass that up as well. After that, it's kind of a bit of a fall off for the Vikings. They'd get some decent depth pieces, got a center and a tackle in there, but otherwise, nah. Yeah, I think this CBS article written by a 10-year veteran of the game, Laguerre Douzable. That's a great name, by the way. Laguerre Douzable. Believe gave the Vikings a B.
Okay.
Overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess there's two. The first what the fuck pick, I have to say, and it's no offense to this fan base, and I've been attacking this fan base a lot recently. The Raiders with Brock Bowers at the 13th pick. It was a what the fuck moment for us live. Yeah. They already have Mayer, which
they do.
I loved deeply in Madden 23 or 24. Sorry, Notre Dame alum as well. Are they looking for a 2 tight end package here, Trevor? Why draft them?
They have to be.
Okay.
They have to be, right? I mean
it's very interesting.
Let's take a look at who's on their roster real quick. And I'm pulling that up as we speak. Give me one moment. Zamir White, Mattson in the backfield. I mean, you got Devontae and Jacoby at wide receiver, Bowers and Mayer at tight end. Yeah, I forgot they actually did sign Michael Gallup in the offseason as well. So there's other positions that they could have addressed for sure. They could have addressed their back end. They needed a lot of help there. And they even could have addressed the offensive line, which they eventually did with the guy that I wanted, Jackson Powers Johnson.
Yes.
But I don't know. There was a lot that they could have went with at the time. That corner from Toledo, Kenyon Mitchell, was still available right there. He was projected to go at about what the Raiders were picking. So why they didn't go with that, or I don't know, some other offensive piece, maybe a running back. Running back would have been a bit of a reach at that point, but
right.
I think they would have been better suited to do that rather than taking another tight end.
Right.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. On par for the Raiders too.
Well, it would make sense.
It's not quite as ridiculous as taking Sebastian Janikowski in, I think, the 3rd round. I think it was a 3rd or 4th round pick. Or, Marquette King in the 1st round or Ray Guy in the 1st round. It's not quite that ridiculous. Hell, Mike Mitchell, I believe they took in the 1st round. So it's not quite that ridiculous, but the gene pool clearly has not stopped at Al.
No. And then it's fucking in his haircut. He needs a new barber too. Mark, Jesus Christ!
I know the bowl cut, man.
I mean, you're a billionaire, and you look like you had an argument with the razor, for God's sakes. But anyways, Atlanta Falcons here, Trevor. A lot of interesting takes being thrown out there. The Kirk Cousins camp is pissed off, or maybe was taken off guard. Michael Penix Jr. at the number 8 pick. It's been in card shows. There's been conversation. I cannot escape this goddamn thing. Are they trying to do a Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers situation here in Atlanta?
I mean, it's a poor man's version of that, but that's the closest thing I can think of this to being. I don't know why else you go out and you sign a 4-year, $180 million deal with Kirk Cousins, and then you turn around and you take a rookie quarterback with a top 10 pick. I mean, I get it. Teams, executives, coaches, scouts are all high on Michael Penix and his potential as a QB in the NFL. The guy can sling it. He's a great pocket passer. He has great presence and football IQ. But why you spend a top 10 pick on that when, like I've said, I thought they were going to take Dallas Turner all day long. They needed help on the edge. They're getting relatively old there, and they don't have a ton of depth. So I figured they were going to go on the defensive side of the ball, thinking that they had the offense pretty well, on lockdown. But lo and behold, Penix goes off the board, and we have another left-handed QB in Atlanta.
It's very interesting shit.
And I know why you're smiling, because you've seen the same memes that I have too.
I can't escape it.
I know. I know. It pretty much as soon as it happened, my phone was blown up with that stuff, because the internet is a very they act very quickly. They act very quickly to troll, and they definitely did with Mr. Penix.
So analysis, and I want to give someone their. I forget who did this article, Trevor, but it's off NFL. I'll get NFL news, so we'll give it to him. The analysis of their whole draft. So they got a C+, but day 1 was a C, sure. Day 2 was a C, day 3 was a B. Analysis of the draft. It was a strange draft for the Falcons, primarily because of the Penix selection, which was perplexing given their investment in Kirk Cousins this offseason. Now, if you're Kirk Cousins, are you nervous? I mean, is there a battle for the top position? Because I understand they have this investment in him, but are the Falcons looking, hey, maybe Kirk? Very interesting here, Trevor. You already gave him $100 million guaranteed, and he gets beat out by Penix that you just drafted. What the hell do you do?
Imagine that. Imagine that, man. That's a hell of a decision to make. I don't see that happening.
Right.
I don't think Penix has an NFL type of prowess yet. Right. I think that's why you bring in a veteran QB to lead that offense, and to after the slew of backups that you had cycling in and out of there, your Desmond Ritters, your Taylor Heineke's, and the like. Hell, your Marcus Mariotas. Mm-hmm. It's a breath of fresh air to have a veteran QB in there that knows what the hell he's doing. So why go and muddy that up with another rookie quarterback, maybe throwing him into the fire a little bit too early? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Mm-hmm. My money is fully on Kirk starting day 1. I don't see any other scenario playing out. But, just as we're talking about it, the major sports shows have already talked about it. Everybody with a podcast is going to talk. NFL podcast is going to talk about it. Yep. It's going to add some fuel to the fire for the Falcons. And like I said, it's going to give something. It's going to give people something to talk about over these next few months before mini camps. Yeah.
No. And then I felt an organization, they've been highlighted, but I don't think to the degree. The Arizona Cardinals, for the first time in my lifetime, have impressed me.
Yeah.
The draft, this past draft here, Marvin Harrison Jr., first pick or first round pick at number 4. I know everybody's talking about their second round, but they got a steal at number 66 for Trey Benson. I cannot stress that enough. That was the way he fell all the way back, and I don't understand why he fell all the way back. Have not investigated that enough to speak on that.
Kind of the nature of the running back position. Okay. I don't really know why else, but yeah, by all accounts, very much a steal. Trey Benson was projected to go mid-second round, late second round, did fall to the early third. But no, all around for the Cardinals. I mean, geez, they had what do they have here? Still 11 picks, and I think they even got an extra one, so they had 12 picks. Yep. I think they got an extra one via trade. I forget with who, but man, I'm just looking down at who they got here. Obviously, Maserati Marv, Darius Robinson, the edge rusher out of Missouri, Max Melton, the cornerback from Rutgers. I highlighted him. Yep. Elijah Jones, another cornerback out of BC in the 3rd round. Even day 3, you get a guy like Xavier Thomas with, a 4-year starter out of Clemson, and Christian Jones out of Texas, an offensive tackle who did pretty good for himself as well. All around, I applaud the Cardinals. Finally, they're bound to hit on some of these. I'll just say that right now. The Cardinals, and trust me, I hear it every day from my resident Cardinals fan that was texting me the other night during the draft. Yep. The Cardinals are notorious for just blowing it when it comes to their draft picks.
Wow.
When you have, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they had 12 picks. You got to hit on a couple, right?
You have to.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not expecting this to be a 1974 Steelers type of a draft, but
right.
You got to hit on some of these, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they'll hit on Maserati Marv.
Oh.
Max Melton, I think, is better than people realize because he went to not as high profile a school, even though it isn't a big conference, Rutgers.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Adams, you could still, you could see some potential out of him. And like you said, Trey Benson.
Yeah.
Guy just has a nose for the end zone and ran a sub 4.4 in the 40-yard dash. He's pretty damn quick too.
Yeah.
Still, and a very agile back too. Known as a good threat out of the backfield, receiving the ball, getting into space. So now I think that fits the Cardinals to a T. They're building something there. They're building because even though what were they 4-13 last year?
Mm-hmm.
Their quality of wins was amongst the top in the league, and they were staying in a lot of games. They gave the Steelers hell.
Yes, they did. Yes, they goddamn did.
Yeah, they gave They gave the Steelers hell and beat them.
Yeah,
in Heinz Field, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Still hurts.
It does.
Trey McBride still haunts me.
Yeah,
but they got something going over there. Jonathan Gannon's doing a pretty damn good job.
And the cool thing was watching. I think it was last year's, or maybe it was this year's. I think it was this year's GM. Their GM. I don't know if you saw that clip. I can send it to you and put the link in here.
Sure.
It showed their GM working to get the pick. It was last year's, working the picks to get this 4th overall pick.
Yeah.
In last year's draft. And it's stressful as fuck. He's looking at the screen. He looks away. He's on his phone. He looks back. He's going over here. He's making sure on their little board that they're moving stuff around for him to keep following. I don't know if I could be in the war room. The draft room looks like stressful as shit.
That's hotter than a restaurant's kitchen, brother. No, that's.
There's a lot going on there, Trevor.
A shit ton. You got to be wired for the better part of 3 hours, if not more than that. You just got to be boom, boom, boom. But you can't lose focus. Hell, I don't know if you can breathe or blink.
No,
during those 3 hours as an NFL GM. And especially with the 2 first-round picks that the Cardinals had, they especially couldn't blink, and they did not.
Right. And the other thing is, too, he had 2 battery packs with him. He was carrying 2 battery packs in his pocket with him while he was walking. So just because he was so worried about his phone not dying while he's doing all these deals on there. But, I don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah, do send me that clip.
Yeah.
Send me that clip.
Yeah. But anyways, Buffalo Bills, I will give them their flowers. We did not in the moment. I think we wanted a Donnie. Am I saying his name right? Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah, Adonai Mitchell.
Adonai Mitchell.
Yep.
But I looked up Keon
Coleman.
Keon Coleman's. I'm fucking struggling tonight. Keon Coleman's.
Hey, dude, we talked for 4.5 hours on Thursday, so you're all right.
Keon Coleman's highlights. They have a very potential big player coming to the snow-covered Buffalo there. He's taller, lengthier, and I think faster than Diggs. So I feel they filled that spot in this draft. Now, I like a supporting cast a little stronger around him because they lost Gabe Davis, but that might come along here. But they got to be plus. I think it should be a little higher, Trevor, but that's okay. I think in the later part of the draft, they got some steals. Definitely in the defense end from Troy, Javon Solomon. Very impressed by his play.
Yeah, they made their goal pretty clear on day 1 of the NFL draft, and I know they're getting a lot of interesting grades from certain guys that don't particularly care for the move that they made the first round trading with the Chiefs. I know Taylor was very upset about that when we were doing the show live. And I was just surprised that's another what the hell type of a move right there. Right. There was a few of those on Thursday night. I can tell you that. Right. That might have been the biggest one, and that was definitely the high point of the last hour of the show.
Yes,
when that happened.
Yeah.
But I've lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? Keon Coleman.
Yes.
Getting comps to the likes of George Pickens. So I like that very much.
Yes.
I like that very much.
Special talent.
Bills, yeah, their goal just to load up on picks, load up on depth, and essentially load up on rookie contracts that won't push them over the cap.
Yep.
And that's exactly what Brandon Beaton did.
Yep. He worked.
How he approached that, some people might question.
Mm-hmm.
But for being in the situation that they're in, especially with the Von Miller contract, and they can't seem to get out of that for whatever reason, they can get out of every other one but the Von Miller one without a mega cap hit.
That's a great agent. Yes.
Great agent. Great fucking agent. I got to look up the name of his agent and give him, I got to shoot him a couple emails or give him a call.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if he's only NFL players, or maybe I can transition into being a comedian. Maybe I can do that and give this guy a call.
Yeah.
And I'll be performing in New York City before I know it. But no, he did his job. He did what he was supposed to do, and they got, what is it? 1, 2, 3. They got 10 picks.
Yes.
10 picks out of that draft.
Yep.
Couple decent late round ones, like you said. That Grable from UCF, that Javon Solomon out of Troy, not too bad there either. That D. Wayne Carter from Duke, I do like him a good bit. And that Kentucky running back Ray Davis, not bad picks either. Cole Bishop, Keon Coleman, not bad picks. But just interesting moves that they made. Interesting, and that's why they're getting a lot of flack.
Yeah. Goddamn guy on his four-wheeler went past again. So.
Nah, yeah, I heard it.
Getting fucking blood going.
Nah, I heard it. You have a pellet gun or something? You can just,
Kid's been doing it all day. Anyways, Chicago Bears here. I just got to calm my blood pressure down for a minute. Chicago Bears. Everybody has been giving him flack. He did hold himself professionally during the interviews after the draft, prior to the draft. Not in the Pivot podcast, but Caleb Williams is the first overall pick. There's nothing we can do about it.
Damn right.
How much of an impact is he going to have in that organization, Trevor, right off the bat?
Right off the bat?
Yes.
He's going to be the focus of that entire offense.
Okay.
He's going to be, blatantly obvious. He's going to be QB1. The offense is going to run through and around him. Just like at USC, he's going to have to play a little bit of hero ball. He's going to have to be the number one guy. Ball's going to be in his hands every single play. So we'll see what happens. In terms of his potential, like I've said on this program before, limitless. Right. As long as he can control his attitude and control himself on the field in terms of, like I said, playing hero ball. Yeah. If he can work within an NFL system, his talent can take him far beyond what any Chicago quarterback has ever done. Which that's to say Chicago quarterbacks, not really a high bar. I mean, I'm talking Jay Cutler is your all-time passing leader. Rough, a little bit rough. And your all-time receiving leader is from the 50s and 60s. Yeah. Not a great history of the passing game there in Chicago.
No.
No. But, you get Williams and Odunze right out of the gate, number 1, number 9.
Yeah.
Could be flipping that around here in a little bit. We're starting to see a little bit of a change, hopefully an organizational philosophy from the Bears, not just going with the old ways of, Hallis-style football.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. But Caleb Williams, immediate, high-level impact from day one. And he's actually going to have a defense to support him. The Bears defense down the stretch did really good last year, came together as a unit. So I'm actually looking really forward to seeing what the Bears, where they could end up. Hell, a lot of people picking them to go to the playoffs in year one for Caleb. So I could see that. I'd have to do a little bit more analysis on it, and I got to wait for the schedules to come out as well, which I believe is very soon. I believe that's kind of the next big, that's kind of the next big thing for NFL news.
I guess here's one thing I want to ask you. It's Bryce Young, shit opportunity, great opportunity, but shit organization to go to. So I'm not even going to compare him. But CJ, do you see that level of from Caleb coming in, just making an incident? Yeah. So he's just going to be like him, basically, probably win rookie offensive player of the year as well.
Has to be the betting favorite for sure.
Okay.
Either him or even Daniels.
That's what
I could see that. Yeah. It might take Caleb a little bit longer to develop.
Okay.
But in terms of, like I said, an impact and the effect he's going to have on a game, paramount for a rookie QB. Akin to that of a CJ Stroud. Is he going to play as well as Stroud? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about right out of the gate. Might take him a little bit to acclimate. Might have to get humbled a time or two.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud needed no humbling.
Well, the media bashed him, but it was
the media bashes him for being a God-fearing man. Okay, yeah. Please. If the media is going to bash somebody for being a God-fearing man, that's on the media. That's not on the man. My opinion.
Well, and then they came at his intelligence, and I'm like, okay, this guy.
No, I know he didn't test well. Blah 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 blah. And thankfully, that's kind of sparked a movement to where teams are just looking a lot more at game film now than anything else. Which that should really be that should be about 90% of what you're looking at. Right. Measurables, sure. Right. Combines, pro days, sure.
Right.
What have you shown on film?
Yeah. Right.
Have you shown you can have an effect on a game and be a good teammate and be a good leader and all of the above? Have you shown that on film?
Mm-hmm.
Great. That's why we want you.
I agree with you.
That's why CJ Stroud did what he did with the Texans. You saw what he did in that Georgia game last year, even though they lost.
Mm-hmm.
Played one of the greatest games I've ever seen a college QB play.
Yep.
Fundamentally sound, ran it when he had to, made perfect throws pretty much all day long.
Yeah.
Somehow his team still lost, that missed field goal at the very end there.
Mm-hmm.
But still, that translated well. He had that signature moment. Caleb, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, a lot of that on his defense, and he's actually going to have one in Chicago. So
yeah,
I think he'll be fine.
No, and he has, Rama Dunze, came in right after him. He has DJ Moore and Keenan Allen there as well. So he has guys to throw to.
His weapons.
Yeah.
Not to mention you still got Cole Kmet at tight end.
Right.
Khalil Herbert in the backfield.
And they did improve their interior line with their oh wow. Okay, I didn't know this. It picked up offensive guard Ryan Bates from Buffalo, which I think was not misunderstood, but low graded. But I think he had more of an impact than people would give him. But just switching down here to other news, folks. That's just some of the draft I wanted to touch on. I know Trevor has some stuff as well. Most of tonight's just bullshitting, just having a good time.
Well, I mean, a lot of stuff is in swing now in terms of NBA, NHL playoffs. NFL draft is done. For the NFL, we got nothing until mini camps start, really.
Right.
And mini camps start in July. Then you got all of a sudden training camp, and then the preseason's here. So that'll pick up then. Until then, it's all going to be stirring the pot on NFL talk. We're going to be talking. Maybe a good bit of baseball, and I know I have a good bit of NBA to cover tonight.
Yes. No, I have to say, what's the next thing here? Oh, okay. Yeah, Travis Kelce. I know everybody knows him by Mr. Swift, but he did get a major deal, 2-year deal for $34.25 million. Trevor, he's a Hall of Famer through and through.
Without question.
I think after this deal, and we talked about it earlier today, I do see him possibly retiring after this deal. He really doesn't have much to prove after.
He was contemplating it this past year,
right?
Retiring with his brother and potentially going into the Hall of Fame with his brother, which would be one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yes.
But no, I agree. I agree. He doesn't have much left to prove.
No.
One of the greatest tight ends of all time, and easily the greatest playoff tight end of all time.
Yeah.
And his legacy isn't done yet.
No.
Chiefs are still in the middle of their dynastic run potentially.
Mm-hmm.
So they're favorites to come out of the AFC again. And I think they're Super Bowl favorites last I checked. I'm actually gonna check that live for you guys right now. I got FanDuel open because I was checking some stuff for my What's More Likely segment later. So let me educate the viewers here on who's favored to win the Super Bowl already next year. No, I don't need to log back in. I just need to see odds. That is all.
Yep.
Super Bowl. Well, Kansas City, second favorite to win the Super Bowl at plus 600. San Fran at plus 550.
Where's the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I don't know. But Chiefs easily AFC favorites at plus 370. Behind them is the Ravens plus 490. And then, of course, Niners at plus 250 to win the NFC. Detroit right behind the Niners at plus 600.
Very nice.
Come out of there.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, give me one. I got to scroll for them.
If they're still plus 6,500, I'm going to be pissed.
Give me a second here. Give me a second. Plus 5,000.
Okay. We went down.
Super Bowl. Win Super Bowl. And I don't believe their win total has changed either. Like I said, I know it moved on ESPN Bet. I don't know if it moved on FanDuel here. It might have, though.
Put some respect on the goddamn name. Come on.
Yeah, it's still at 7.5, minus 184 on the over, plus 148 on the under.
Put it in now.
I'm gonna say I had a $50 free bet to use. It was an easy pick.
There's
for ESPN Bet. I had
a no-brainer. There's a no-brainer there. They will win at least 8 goddamn games with that defense.
No, they've gone over on their win total 5 straight years.
Yeah. Well, I hope is that on FanDuel?
Yeah, on FanDuel. That was the 7.5, and I think ESPN Bet. I haven't checked them lately, but when I put it in, it was at 8.5, and I still took the over.
Well, I hope FanDuel's ready to lose a shit ton of fucking money because
they usually do when it comes to Steelers win totals.
Yeah.
By hook or by crook, the Steelers go 10-7.
They do. They could have they could have. That last season, Trevor, I would compare, and I don't want to.
It was dumb. It was horrible.
I would compare that to when Ben went down.
Yep.
It maybe not as bad. Maybe the skill level was a little higher.
Oh, when we had Hodges and Rudolph and those guys rolling in and out of there. Yeah.
Oh my God! It was.
Yep. 2018, I believe that was 2018.
So hard to watch those games. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible. But anyways, Ezekiel Elliott is coming back to the Dallas Cowboys and have agreed on terms spending a fiscal that will bring the former Pro Bowler back to the Dallas area. Trevor, shocked by that move?
No.
You said he was damaged goods and you wanted Tony, and then Tony leaves and you go, I guess we'll bring Zeke back. And
yeah, fan service. Jerry's got the money. It's fine.
I guess we just had the whole fucking crew out on the 4-wheelers tonight. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, I hear it. I can hear it.
We're gonna have to get fucking soundproof walls. They're padding now on the. Holy shit.
I don't know if that would help. It'd still come in the window.
God damn it. I'm just going to take the window out and put padding in there.
Just board it up. Why waste the money? Just put nails in a board and board it up.
It's 8:30 on a Tuesday. You should be doing your goddamn homework. Come on.
You should be doing your goddamn homework or a little bit of this.
Jesus. Anyways.
But no, right now he's listed as RB1 on the Dallas depth chart.
No, Deuce Vaughn. Okay.
Yeah, Deuce Vaughn down at third. That's going to be a committee system of all committee systems, though. There's not going to be a definitive RB1. I can assure you that.
Okay.
Wait, is Martavis Bryant on their roster?
Ooh.
I did not know this.
Martavis Bryant.
Oh yeah, different guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not Martavius. Wait, no. Yeah, this is him.
No shit. That boy is tougher than
I
a
forgot he
$2
was
steak. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, Brad, I don't know. I don't know about Zeke. I think they overused him. He is tougher than a $2 steak. But I think, Trevor, you see what happens now to these running backs when they just run and abuse them. And they just, he's slowed down significantly over the last.
Martavis Bryant actually did play in a few games last year. They did reinstate him 6 months ago. That was just I totally fucking forgot about it. That's how good my memory is. I always tell people I have the memory of an 80-year-old Alzheimer's patient, and jokingly, of course, it's not that bad. But no, I totally forgot about that in the middle of this Zeke Elliott portion.
Yeah,
I just see Martavis Bryant on NFL roster. I'm like, holy shit, that's right. But yeah, that makes sense that that's the Cowboys too.
Yeah, I guess I didn't even know what was. He couldn't stop smoking the weed. Is that why
weed? A lot of weed.
And now it's legal.
A lot of weed. And yes, I believe it's legal recreationally in Texas as well. I believe.
Down there in Texas, they do their own thing.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including the blunts. The blunts are about this size right here.
You're having a good day. Right. Little Cheech and Chong action going on down
Good time. Little Willie Nelson action. Snoop Dogg. Come on now.
92. Did you, or 91? I'm sorry. 91. Did you, past week? 4/29 was his birthday. It's fucking 91.
91. And he's still going strong. Jeez, man.
That boy loved the Jazz.
Amen to that, brother. So I guess what I gotta do, I gotta quit drinking. I gotta start smoking weed and singing country music. I just need a vocal coach.
It's kept him alive.
Yeah, no, I just gotta get a vocal coach, man. I got the guitar back here. I learned how to play in college. I can just rekindle that.
Yep.
Yeah. And pretty soon I'll be doing these shows from country bars. I wouldn't mind that.
Right. Let's see here. Okay, and then the biggest.
Real quick, what was that? What was that Zeke deal? What did they sign him for?
Still waiting on a physical. I don't think we have the terms yet.
Oh, we don't have terms yet. They're just okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, and I mean I can look further here.
Oh no, that's quite all right.
Yeah, let me look here real quick while we're. But he was on top of the world, and then they. It's just funny how they bring him back. It's I don't know. It's just interesting to me.
Yeah, his Patriots stint didn't go too well.
Let's see here. They signed. Okay, he had a deal. Cowboys signed Zeke to a $3 million contract.
Oh, is it $3 million?
Yep.
Just a year, probably.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just a year. Brad Marsh, thank you very much. I am in no way near what the Queen Bee is, though.
Right.
I appreciate the compliments, but do not leave my name out of the same sentence as the Queen Bee.
Yes.
I will say I'm a country fan. Her new country album, looking forward to it. I heard Texas Hold'em. I'm very excited.
Who's having a what?
Beyonce's making a country album, bud.
Oh my God! Never. I didn't know that.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
So is Posty. Posty. Posty's making one. Oh, I had some help. Yeah. No, that is going to be on my Spotify all fucking summer.
Yeah.
I don't care how many chairs that Morgan Wallen throws off of rooftop bars. That is going to be on my playlist on a loop.
Very catchy. It was awesome to see that footage of them up on stage together. But here's actually I might end it with I'm not going to end it on that topic before we go to Trevor here. Okay. So Tomlin is now doing, which he's not had to do this in a while. Maybe when Kenny Pickett and Trubisky were battling out. I think it's a different degree here, though. He is loving the using the totem pole reference in regards to Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. And he is not Russell is at the top of the poll right now.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean Justin can't be at the top as well. Is he toying with the media? Does he already know, or is he waiting till camp and just having fucking fun with it right now?
I think he's having fun.
Okay.
It's just Tomlin being Tomlin, man.
Okay.
You know how he is. We've had him since 2007. You know how he is with the media and his
Yes.
Tomlinisms. He literally has a whole book. There's literally a book out there called Tomlinisms. So I might get it. I might get it. The standard is the standard. That's a card from a different horse.
Yeah.
Never say never, but never.
One
of my favorites.
With a big enough blank check.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now the totem pole.
The totem pole.
And now the totem pole with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Now,
so what do you think there?
Yeah, he's leaving a lot of shit for the media to read into. Mike Tomlin's good at that, and that's why you see the Steelers being talked about on pretty much every NFL show or show that brings up the NFL, at least on a bi-weekly basis, if not more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't get talked about as much as the Cowboys, but we still get talked about quite a bit. I'll just say that much.
Right.
I know. I love Tomlin. I love Tomlin. I love his Tomlinisms. He's obviously a fantastic coach, fantastic human, a leader of men, and an orator of the stars, if you will.
Yeah. And the best part is how's his decision making going? And he said it's going really well. That's what he left the.
Yep.
Well,
yeah. That's on. What do you expect? You're not going to get shit out of Tomlin. That's how this is going to go.
They
haven't got shit out of him for 17 years. They're not going to get shit out of him this year.
Right. No, I'm very excited for the upcoming season. But I'm going to end on this, and I feel prior to the draft, I ended on a very sad note. But Tank Dell, Trevor, was sustained minor wounds in a shooting in Sanford, Florida. Went back to where he grew up. Yep. Got caught up in some situation there. It's just it's sad to me that I don't think these young athletes at times realize their stardom, and maybe they can't go back to the old time, old friends and whatnot, because this, you know what I mean? Like his career could have been ended here.
No, I know. His life could have been ended.
I mean,
just his career.
Right. I mean, it's just, and he was what? I believe he was out he fractured his fibula in December, and now he's dealing with gunshot wounds. I mean, you just got to be smarter. That's all. But we hope for good recovery for Tank Dell. I just have to say that.
Especially with the way that Texans offense is coming along right now. I want him to be a part of that through and through. Young man deserves it. He's been through quite a bit.
Yes. Springboard athlete. And he really opens the goddamn field for CJ. So that's.
Oh yeah. One of the better slot guys in the game right now. Right. Plus you're going to have Diggs out wide now. It's going to be great.
Yes. No,
that's going to be a fun offense to watch. Hell, it was last year.
Yeah.
Wasn't so fun when they were stomping the Steelers, but
no, they really.
If you were an unbiased fan, it was probably fun to watch.
Kept going fucking left. Kept doing the left hook. And
hey.
Fucking move TJ from the left and put him on the right. I mean, what are we doing?
No, that's his spot, though. He's not going to move. He's not going to move.
Oh, my God. They did it 5 times, Trevor. I think that episode I got a stroke.
I watched the same game you did. Don't worry.
Okay,
that's one it's not as burned in there as some other memories, but it's in there.
Jesse James, son of a bitches.
No, that's the king.
That's pinnacle.
That's the king, and of course, with the shirt that I'm wearing, the Kawhi.
Yep.
Yeah, that. I don't even have to say what it is. I just have to say Kawhi. You know what it is.
I do have to say real quick. We're going over to Trevor's spot. Are we touching on LeBron? Because I'm gonna have some franken strong words.
We can touch on LeBron.
Okay.
We can touch on LeBron. Okay. I don't have anything specifically on him. So do you want to do that before I do my stuff? Or you sound like you have something get off your chest. So
watching the game, passed out, wake up today.
Yeah.
Maybe it was yesterday. Was it today or yesterday?
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I was in a euphoric state after the Sixers win. I don't remember a whole lot after that.
Maybe I think it was yesterday that I saw
think
his
so.
Yes. I woke up to a commentator, reporter asking him, "Are you coming back to the Lakers?" He smiles and says, "I don't know." Okay. Well, then bye. I didn't want you there in the first place, but you can leave. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. And Anthony Davis, how he carries himself when they lose, Trevor, it pisses.
Two of the worst losers, biggest sore losers in the game right there, Davis and LeBron.
I mean, and actually to go further back in the weeks when they wanted to throw both hissy fits and throw the mics on the goddamn table and walk out. Okay. Jerry West, you want to spit in Jerry West, Will Chamberlain, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, fucking even Kurt Rambis, for God's sakes, with his goggles. Can we have some fucking respect, please? Jesus. James Worthy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on. I don't know. I'm okay with them leaving. I'm sick of this era. I hope Anthony Davis leaves too. I don't know what his contract looks like. I don't know if he's going to be there. I'd like Kevin Durant to come into LA, but he's a snake.
There is a report out there, according to Bleacher Report, and I literally just searched LeBron James contract on Google, found this. Brian Windhorst, well-renowned ESPN NBA analyst.
Yep.
Love his work.
Mm-hmm.
Lakers potentially working on a $100 million 3-year contract with LeBron. He's 39.
I want to watch basketball again, and I can't fucking do that if the guy's still playing on my fucking team. I can't. It took me 2 years after Kobe's death to even fucking watch basketball, and outside of the NBA.
Or excuse me, 3 years, 164. That's what it could be. Or 2 years, 100, something like that.
Whatever. I'm not saying he can't play to that. I don't like the attitude. I don't like it.
What he tends to do to teams too. I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this free agent, I want that guy.
Whenever he decides to leave, Trevor, we're set back 5 years.
I know.
We're clocked. We're done.
I know.
Yep. So
he got you a title at least.
Yeah.
During COVID,
The Cavaliers won too, and it took him fucking.
Yeah, I know. He got you one though.
Kyrie won that. Kyrie won that series.
For the Cleveland one you're talking in 16. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He hit the game-winning shot. Yeah.
Well, that fadeaway three, I think, to really get the game swaying a different way, was one of the most impressive shots I've ever seen in a fucking game. I probably should have had that prepared, but we could have thrown that up here in the background. But
did that a couple times in the Clippers Mavs game on Sunday too. That was a battle. That was a fun game to watch.
Oh, yeah. But anyways, we'll go on to your stuff. I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. As much as we love to entertain on this show, sometimes we need it for therapy.
Last comment. Parents, do not let your kids grow up, not for what his actions off the court, because what he does off the court, he does a lot of charity. I'm not going to take that away. But don't have your kids be a player like LeBron. A sportsman.
That's better. That's better.
Don't be a sportsman like that.
You're literally telling kids to not be the second greatest NBA player of all time.
Well, Kobe actually second.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
That's another debate we can have at another time, and it's one debate that has been had many times. Will be had many more.
Many shows, yes,
including this one. This one.
You're good.
But no one does the debates like we do. So it's just
I heard that there was comparisons that people were watching the show instead of Mel Kiper because Trevor Dinsmore is a new Mel Kiper. That was my understanding.
I'm the new Mel Kiper, and apparently I'm the next Beyonce. I don't know what I am. I'm still trying to figure that out, man. And hell, we talked about Willie Nelson. I'd like to be the next Willie Nelson. I wouldn't mind that. Play at freaking country concerts and smoke weed until I'm 91 years old. Sounds like a good time to me. You know,
wearing a bandana and playing
in the words of the legendary Ric Flair, I will never retire.
Woo. Yep.
Woo.
Right, we're good though. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll get on to my stuff here.
Yep.
Do we want to do my new segment first or leave that for last? Go out with a bang, potentially.
We could go out with a bang.
Yeah, go out with a bang. Okay. We'll do what's more likely real quick.
Okay.
We'll do what's more likely. Going back to the NFL draft, we picked Roman Wilson and what's his name? That NC State linebacker, Peyton Wilson.
Yep.
In back-to-back rounds, or back-to-back picks, actually, both in the third round, 15 picks apart. One linebacker out of NC State, one a receiver from Michigan, and both high-impact players. So I must ask you, who's more likely to have a bigger year one impact? Which Wilson is more likely to have a bigger year one impact, Roman or Peyton?
Peyton's going to be, middle linebacker. Roman's going to probably be.
Yeah, I got to look at the depth chart. Let me pop that open real quick to see what it currently looks like.
From his play and his.
So we got Roman at the third wide receiver spot.
Who's second here?
Who's second? Van Jefferson. Then we got Peyton Wilson in behind Alex Highsmith at the outside linebacker spot right now. So he's probably going to be serving in an intermittent role.
I think you should flirt with him in the middle linebacker.
I wouldn't mind that.
Just flirt with it. You don't have to.
Nope. Well, because you still got Queen and Holcomb in there. So
I'm saying that's fine. Let's use him as a linebacker, left linebacker. Let's use him as a backup for middle linebacker. That would be nice swaying. Just get him familiar.
He could fit both, yeah. He has the skill set for both.
He can chase down. I'm telling you right now, if people are watching this, you did not want. I'm going off the topic. I think it's going to be Roman.
Roman?
Yes. But watch Peyton's footage because he's running down running backs with ease. Guy's a dog.
Officially listed as a middle linebacker in the draft. Can play outside if he needs.
ACL who?
Yeah.
You don't need it.
No. Nah, not really. Not really. Oh, I forget who it was. Played their entire careers without ACLs. It was an NBA guy. I can't remember. Nate Stice knows the answer.
Heinz Ward didn't have one, Trevor.
No, I know. Well, yeah. No, it's a very crowded room at the linebacker spot, and for that reason, it's not quite as crowded at the wide receiver spot. Even though run-centric offense, I think there's a bit easier of a path for Roman Wilson to have a bigger impact. Plus, you could throw Roman Wilson in a return spot and essentially flip the field, especially with the new kickoff rule. So I'm with you. I'll take Roman Wilson.
Yeah.
So
agree.
Most likely GM to get fired first. Brandon Beane of the Bills or Joe Schoen of the Giants. Both had drafts. And we know what Beane has been doing, some of the decisions he's made, some of the decisions that Joe Schoen has made.
I feel there's a better relationship with Beane and Palooka.
Okay.
I think he kind of runs that fucking organization. I think Palooka's just the money guy. He's the owner, but I don't think he's.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon,
not quite as controlling.
Well, what do you think about this? Well, Brandon. Okay, Brandon said that. Okay, we're gonna just fucking do it. Don't ask me. Talk to Brandon. Joe Schroen's getting fired.
I'm in agreement. I'm
It's a
in
dumpster
agreement.
fire.
I think they might eventually both get fired, especially if the Bills' season goes downhill. I mean, you could see the coach fired there. You could see Bean fired. Coach's name McDermott, Sean
Yes.
McDermott.
I
Yeah,
don't think
if
they
that
will.
goes south, and if the Giants' season goes south, which bear in mind they didn't get a quarterback.
Yep.
A lot of people questioning that decision.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they should have been the ones to draft Penix, but they did not. Oh, who did they take anyway? Who do they take at 6? I can't even remember.
Wide receiver.
Oh yeah, Neighbors. They took
Yep.
Neighbors. That's right. That's right.
Dable doesn't get fired though, Trevor.
You don't think Daboll gets fired?
I think he's one of the greatest football minds that is in, again, a shit organization.
He's a hellraiser, though.
I love seeing him with his headset
Hellraisers
fucking-
sometimes raise a little too much hell.
He's fucking going like this with the fucking headset.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fucking head gets as red as your hat. I love it.
Yeah. So both of these teams in this next question here got I believe it was A's or A pluses, something. They got very good draft grades. I'm talking about the Bears and the Commanders. Both had very good drafts. Bears with only 5 picks though. Commanders had a little bit more to work with, and but both, pretty good drafts.
Yep.
So between those two, who's more likely to go from worst in their division last year to a playoff spot this year?
I have to go Bears.
I'm with you.
I think
They got the
year
more
or two.
complete unit.
Year or two for the Commanders.
I'm thinking so as well. They need to beef up that defense quite a bit. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Well, they
here.
let Chase Young go. That was fucking stupid.
They did. No,
I mean, that's a centerpiece guy there, Trevor.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what they draft. Well, Commanders did get Jerzon Newton. Did get a corner out of Michigan. Yeah. John Baptiste. Oh, they also got that Luke McCaffrey that I was talking about. The
Yep.
Commanders did. So they actually had a good draft. But yeah, they're still pretty young too. You got some good veterans on that Chicago squad, especially on the defensive side. So I think they're more primed and ready for that. Yeah, so Bears. Be a battle for that division. That's going to be a tough ass division.
Oh yeah,
because you got the Packers and Lions in there, along with the Vikings. Lord knows how the Vikings are going to do.
Jesus Christ,
it's going to be jam packed once again. That might be the best division in football next year. Close to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I saw this little prop, a guy we like to talk about quite a bit on this program for obvious reasons. Penn State alumni, former New York Giant, now Philadelphia Eagle, Saquon Barkley, or as some know him, Saquads Barkley, because he does not skip leg day, and he does 2-a-day leg day. He's got legs the size of my waist, and I got a pretty big waist. Bear in mind, I've had a few beers in my day, so I got a pretty big waist. Saquon still has bigger thighs than I do, my waist. So, I saw this little prop. Well, these two props on FanDuel, and I want to ask you what's more likely between these two. That Saquon scores 3+ touchdowns against the Giants this year, his former team, between the two games that they play each other, or he has 500+ receiving yards during the season, which he has only done once in his career, and he came close one other time, had 438. In 2019. The only time he did it was his rookie year in 2018. I think he had around 720 that year, receiving yards.
Just concerned with the center position with the 3 rushing yards. The rest of the line,
three touchdowns, just touchdowns across the board.
Touchdowns. Ooh.
Yeah. They don't have to be. They can be receiving. They can be rushing.
I could see him having 2 rushing and 1 receiving.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. All day against the Giants. Yep.
Okay. No, I like that. I like that a lot. And going 4 for 4, we agree on picks here.
Well, this isn't staged, folks. Okay, we're just
it's a high caliber revenge spot for Saquon. So yes, I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy him kicking their asses.
Yep.
So, transitioning to NBA, you seem to have a finger on the pulse of the NBA right now.
Yes.
You did a little venting on LeBron, and obviously it's playoff basketball, so it's a lot more exciting, a lot more contentious. Emotions are high.
Oh.
Fan engagement is at a high for the season. And in no bigger place was that than New York last night. That was fun. That was a fun game to watch. It got 3 heart attacks during the game, but I'm glad it ended the way it ended.
Yes.
Side note on that too, there was another report out there. Apparently, Maxey traveled on that first 3, the and 1 3. I don't know. Calls have kind of evened out in that series. It's supposed to be.
The mugging game. Let's talk about that.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I think it's.
Hey! Oh, foul! No, nothing.
Holding number 11, defense. Yeah. No, I know, man. I've watched the same series everyone else has. It's been controversial to say the least.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But speaking of the Knicks, they'll be on the road tomorrow, playing my Sixers. Sixers looking to extend it to a 7th game, which means we would have to win a 2nd straight game at the Garden. But Knicks took care of us once before at our place, so we'll see. We've gone back-to-back games where the away team has won. Just as well, that Cavs Magic series. Some blowout games, but it's back and forth now. It's 3-2.
Okay.
It's 3-2 Cavs. Both teams on the road. I believe both tomorrow night. Yes. Wednesday. What do we got here? Wednesday, Thursday games. Yes, both. Or no, excuse me. Yes. Cavs game is Friday, and the Knicks Sixers game is tomorrow.
Okay.
Between those two, who's more likely to close it out on the road, Knicks or the Cavs?
Knicks or the Cavs?
Yes, sir.
Trevor.
You can say it.
We're going to go Cavs. And the reason is the Sixers showed last night, and I've only watched highlights. I did not watch the game. Getting passed out.
Yeah, it's all right.
I would say the fight's there. They just need to fucking close up shop. They need to fucking do it.
Yes.
It's there. They can fight.
It's a fighting city of Philadelphia. Absolutely, yeah.
But I'll tell you, and I know, shit. I know we have a Knicks fan that's a friend. They're a fucking joke. So we're going Cavs. The best thing in the last, I'd say in the 2000s, was Jeremy Lin. That's what you're going to hang your hat on.
Carmelo, but he won him a playoff series.
No, like the ring he never won.
Oh.
Melo, sorry.
True.
Melo is not. I don't think he's going to get in the Hall of Fame.
That's a hot take.
I don't think he will. There's been a lot of.
You don't think he's got the stats, bud? Part of that legendary 03 class? No.
He's a Bay.
I think just by association he'll make it.
By association, he is a Bayheim product, and that's why I'm not a fan.
Oh. Well, okay. You've expressed your feelings on Bayheim.
We're not going to go any further.
Multiple occasions on PlayStation. Hell, I might just rekindle the grievances tonight just for shits and giggles.
Check. Yeah. I need to get one of those. Director cut.
Yeah. Yep. No, I got you.
No.
So Cavs.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
And that's not because you're wearing a Sixers sweatshirt.
I appreciate it.
I'm being honest here.
No, that's totally fine. Just because of a familiarity factor and how pissed off Knicks fans are going to be, and just judging from Game 4. In Game 4, Knicks fans took over Wells Fargo Center. I was severely disturbed by that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of Knicks, let's go Knicks chants going on. I did not enjoy that at all. Boo and Embiid, there was a good mix. There was a pretty good balance between Knicks and Sixers fans, much more so than there should be. I fear the same thing is going to happen in Game 5. And just because of how back and forth it's been, I'll tell you right now, too, the Knicks kind of have Embiid's number. They kind of, and I know Embiid, he was playing with a little bit of Bell's palsy and a migraine last night.
Yeah.
Maxey had to step up and score 47 points, I think it was. Along with, like I said, that miracle and 1-3 plus, basically a half court 3 to send the game in overtime.
Yeah.
If it takes that to scrape by, I don't know how good I feel about it.
I mean, they are favorite. Sixers are favorited on FanDuel right now.
That's fair. And I think, are the Cavs favored on Friday?
No.
Look. No, actually, Orlando 4.5.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, no, that's quite a bit. Philly favored by 3.5 at home.
Yep.
I'm confident that they'll win. I'm confident that both home teams are going to win here and send the respective series to 7 games. I just that's not the game though. What's more likely to happen? Knicks win in Philly and leave me disappointed and frustrated once again.
What a curveball, Trevor.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm hoping to reverse karma that bitch.
Well, then, fuck. I might say that too. Then is that
no.
We should teeter then. We should be on the teeter talk.
Yes, teeter.
Okay. All right. We'll teeter then.
Teeter. You pick the Cavs. Just teeter. Just teeter. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway,
yeah.
So 2 very high-profile gentlemen in the Mavs-Clippers series, Kyrie Irving and James Harden, been sinking it from 3 lately. Both have a game where they have made 6 threes in this series that has gone back and forth, and they play tonight. They play at 10. I'll probably have that on when I'm playing PlayStation here in a little while. Dallas on ESPN Bet favored by 3.5 on the road, no less. Kyrie has been on fire. Luka working through an injury, but Luka's still Luka.
Yep.
But anyway, we're talking about Kyrie. We're talking about James Harden. Who's more likely to sink 7+ threes tonight? Kyrie or James Harden? Kyrie actually has more favorable odds at plus 1,300. Harden at plus 1,400 via FanDuel.
I just feel Harden, when he gets in a slump, it's very hard to get out. So if he's on, he's
that goes the other way. Yeah, that goes the other way.
Now, Kyrie, I feel just from watching highlights, Trevor, the fucker is on.
Yes.
So I'm going Kyrie. Yeah.
Throw another curveball and go with Harden for that first reason you said. When he is on, he's on. When he's off, he'll go 0 for 20.
Right. Well, I mean, was he at the strip club throwing $100 bills last night, or?
I think that's how he practices his free throw shooting.
Jesus.
He just wraps the $100 bills up into like a ball, and just right into the
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this money while you do it with no hands. That's the motto of James Harden.
That is the motto.
Yeah.
Yep. He's not Rodman hanging out with Hogan on WCW. He's Harden hanging out with entertainers at a gentleman's facility.
He's not Rodman jumping into various things and injuring himself. Yes.
4 times. 4 times. 3 times with Carmen Electra. What was the other time with? I don't know if I've ever asked you that.
Madonna, probably.
Madonna. Is that the one where he's naked on the back?
Yeah.
You don't want to show his ass again on this program? Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Get a copy today, Bad as I Want to Be by Dennis Rodman.
When did that come out, Drew?
That came out in. Oh boy. Oh, does it say?
Yeah, look at like the first couple pages there where it says published.
What the hell?
That had to have been not fairly recent.
It's 91. Oh, sorry. 90. Yeah, 91.
91 he wrote that.
Yep. Better as I want to be.
Wow.
That's when he snapped. That's when he snapped, yeah.
I was gonna say that was yeah. Yeah, that's when he started hanging out with Kim Jong-un.
Oh, the Spurs. He was on the Spurs and he comes out. Just a real quick piece, and then we don't got to keep on it because we've been doing.
No, we're good. I figured this would be a BSing episode. Go for it.
Traded from the Pistons to the Spurs. The Spurs. He comes out. They're like, "What the fuck is this?" Dennis Rodman has blonde mohawk, and that's when we saw.
Love to see it.
D-Rod come out, and he married himself.
Love to see it.
For all
the
that didn't know that.
He married himself
in a wedding dress. Yeah.
How does the divorce work?
He's still married to himself.
Oh, he's still married to himself?
Legally. Mm-hmm.
Well, how would the divorce work then?
Well, I don't know how that settlement would deal.
Yeah. I don't know. Does he have two like separate legal identities? With two different like social security numbers and everything?
I love
it's just the same guy though?
I love him. So much. Yeah. It's probably a very unhealthy addiction. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Married to himself. That's
You got to read the book, Trevor. I might even send you a copy.
I
got
no
two.
need.
I got two copies. I got 2 copies if you want.
You do? Maybe. I'll see. I still got to get through Noel's book. I've been slacking on that. Good stuff. Good stuff in that one. Very big wine connoisseur, Chuck Noel is.
Photograph.
Yeah.
Photography.
Yep. Love the photography.
Birds.
Love the photography. Mm-hmm. Nature. Normal, like landscape type settings. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
One of the greatest coaches.
Interesting character.
Loved photography.
Interesting character. Could drink like a motherfucker from what I heard. You know.
Bill
he grew up in 1940s and 50s Cleveland, so.
Well, yeah. Iron City.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah, we're good.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Little piece of news. Sticking with the Clippers, actually.
Yeah.
And potentially with my Sixers.
Yeah.
PG-13.
Oh.
In all likelihood, going to decline his option after the postseason and not remain with the Clippers on his max deal that he signed 3 years ago. Will become a UFA if he does decline that option. And there's 2 teams that are in the lead exploring him right now.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, this team, the one on my shirt and the one that's on the back of my hat. The other team is the Magic. But then, of course, there's the possibility that the Clippers retain him. I believe, let me verify this. James Harden. I got to see when his deal is up. Give me 1 second here. James Harden is a UFA after this season as well. I mean, that plays into what I'm about to ask, but that isn't what I'm going to ask. What I am going to ask, what's more likely? PG-13 signs another max deal with the Clippers, or he's in this uniform next year.
I've always been a fan of him, even after the leg injury.
Horrific. Amazing he was able to come back from that.
But how good he was on the Pacers. Oh, my God.
Fantastic.
Oh, God damn it.
Ushered in a new generation of basketball there.
Yeah. I'd say, Trevor, if he wants to win a championship, I think the Sixers would be the option with Embiid. Zubac is not a top-tier fucking big man. I don't give a shit.
Zubac?
Yeah. That's their
Zubak
center
on the
for the
on the
Clippers.
Clippers, you mean?
But yeah.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were
No.
referencing Batum for a second. My bad.
No.
Yeah.
But I'd say then him and Tyrese, I think that would be I mean,
You think they get along better than Tyrese and Harden did?
Yeah. Paul, just from what I've heard, Paul George is more of a level-headed guy. That's just what I've heard. I don't know. I like him. I think he'd be a good fit. I think he reminds me of his play style, a younger Iggy.
Yes.
So I feel like he'd be embraced by the city. Make it happen.
I could see that.
The stardom out there in LA is fucked up too.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you on this one too. So we flipped on a couple.
Yeah.
Flipped on a couple, but otherwise we're pretty consistent with our picks. I believe we went 5 for 7 on the same picks with that. But building on the Paul George thing, I don't, at this present moment, I don't think he's staying with the Clippers. I think there's a lot of tension there between him, Harden, some of the members of the organization, and with the fan base at large. Even though Paul George had a couple good games in this series, I believe he scored, I think it was 33 points last game, something like that.
He can still play.
Yeah, he can absolutely still play when he wants to. But, he is 33. He's a little bit more inconsistent than he once was. I don't know if they're going to be willing to sign him to another max deal. They might just want to retain Harden.
Right.
Whether that happens or whether, both guys are off the team next year. I don't see PG-13 in a Clippers uniform.
No. Take him down to Pat's and Geno's and get him in there.
Yeah. So I think he'll be a Sixer next year.
Yeah.
We might even do a little sign and trade type of a deal with Tobias. That could happen. And Paul George opts into his option. It could work that way. I wouldn't mind that. Or, we could just straight up leave go of Tobias. Paul George declines his option, and we just, sign him to a big old deal. That's fine, too.
Yep.
One way or another, I think PG-13 will be in a Sixers uniform next year.
We fucking hope, Trevor. God damn it.
I do hope. I do.
Yep.
I hope. But yeah, I just hope we fucking close out this series, come back from 3-1. First time in our history that would happen. I believe we're 0-17 when we were down 3-1. So first time for everything.
Yeah, I hope someone pulls a John Starks.
Yeah.
Guy
I hope you know who pulls a John Starks.
Shits himself at the line.
Josh Hart did that last night. Missed a free throw that would have made it a 3-possession game.
Hell of a Call of Duty player, though. God.
Oh, hell of a Call of Duty player.
Oof.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine he's pretty good at Farm Simulator as well.
Well, there's been conversation that there's a whole posse getting together on the fucking farming and
on the Farm Simulator. Is he in AJ Dillon's posse? Is that the posse you're speaking of?
There's a multiple. I feel like Sketch.
Different channels going on?
He might get. We'll see what's going on there.
Yeah, Sketch is more of a sports guy, though. No, he does
Siege.
Yeah, he does Siege. He does. Does he do Fortnite? Sketch.
I don't know. I don't think he's ventured there. He's basically the modern ninja. Can we just saying that?
That's totally fine.
Yep.
A little bit more enigmatic too with the catchphrases, and he did announce a Texans pick.
Yes,
draft. That was kind of cool. Yeah, why the hell not, right? Yeah, why the hell not? I loved it. I love Sketch, man. He's a good dude. That's a guy I want to have a couple beers with. You know what I'm saying? I should make that a segment. Guys that you want to have a couple beers with, yes or no?
We should. Jack Lambert would be top of my list.
Jack Lambert would be on my list. It's venturing out of the 4 major sports. The epitome of having a beer with a guy, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
God rest his soul, Andre the Giant.
Oh,
could pack it, man. Could pack it.
Fucking 5 bottles of wine. Yep.
Allegedly drank a whole 30 rack of beer on a 4-hour road trip. Andre the Giant did.
Love it.
absolutely insane. You tell you what, I might throw that into a segment. We need stuff to talk about. We need stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So I might throw that. I might throw that into a segment next week. But
Okay.
I do have a new segment this week for you, and I guess this will be the pièce de résistance of the show. It's called Unpopular Opinion. So I'm going to read out an opinion, and we're gonna debate essentially if it's popular, unpopular, if you agree, disagree with it. Yeah, and tell me if it is in fact an unpopular or should be a popular opinion. So let's get right into it. Do you see the brawl last night between the who was it? Shit, I have it up. Damn it, I have it up, and I just watched it right before the show. It was in the MLB. And
Did I spell that right? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Opinion's right.
Brewers and Rays. Brewers and Rays.
Yes.
Hell of a fight. Hell of a fight.
Yep.
I believe Abner Uribe threw the first punch on Mr. Jose Siri. And then benches cleared. I believe the bullpens, did their routine jog out of the outfield. Which, let me get this straight. I think the bullpens should just start a whole different brawl outside in center field.
I mean, by the time they're in there, they're already puking in their mouths and winded. Just fucking.
That's what I mean.
Lay it out in center field.
I mean. Yeah, just if you're gonna fight, just fight. Which leads me to my first unpopular opinion, and I don't think a lot of purists will agree with me on this.
Yeah.
Just like in hockey, fighting should be allowed in baseball.
I think so.
Now, we shouldn't have a brawl every night. You get one per series, and it's a one-on-one thing. It's a one-on-one thing. It's not a benches clearing thing. It's a street fight right in the middle. Yeah. Oh, I see. You did the thing.
I did.
Yeah, nice. I see that on the screen. Very cool. Very good. We got to get music to that next week. Maybe just do the recycle the Dinsy's draft picks music.
I found a jazz one. I feel like it's more.
Yeah. We'll try that out next week. I'm already kind of knees deep into the segment here, but yeah, fighting should be allowed in baseball.
Would you say you're more of a baseball connoisseur? I'd say.
And between the two of us, yes.
I think the charging the mound has died a little bit.
Very much.
Why did that happen, Trevor?
I don't have an answer for you.
I'm very sad.
I can't even bullshit an answer for you.
When someone fucking get pegged and you just see him throw that fucking bat down, rip the helmet off, and just dart out the fucking mound. Yeah. I mean, come on. That beer sales are going to go up.
Yep.
Whatever.
No, I don't know. You think fighting should be allowed in baseball?
I think it would. I mean, I would say comparable to hockey. I told you this. Lacrosse. I'm a fan of professional lacrosse, and when those fucking guys
sport too, that's a fun one to watch.
They're not on ice, so it'd be kind of like baseball. Just they'd have to get rid of the sticks, which they have to.
Yeah, no sticks, no bats, no helmets, no Myles Garrett situations happening on a baseball field. No gloves either, just fists.
When they got into it, that place erupted. It would be cool to see in baseball. Seriously, you just got pegged with 102 fucking mile fastball. You have the right to go out there and kick some shit. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. And if there's a challenge on it, it's just one-on-one.
Yep.
No interference from anyone until the fight's done.
I'd watch
until somebody goes down.
That would make me want to watch baseball.
Yeah. Likewise. Manfred will never go for it, but
Is that
don't get me wrong? Don't get me wrong. The penalties will be somewhat severe, but after that.
Yeah, but you see a team sneak on Conor McGregor on their lineup. Is that fucking Conor McGregor? Oh, shit. Brace yourself, Ron. We're about to get a fucking fight here.
By the way, Conor McGregor coming back to the UFC in July, I think it is.
Well, there's discussion to be had on that guy, but
we can talk about him next week. I can throw
human growth hormones. No.
Head probably took some for that Roadhouse movie. I can just his legs and his everything looked a little large.
Looked like fucking Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Look at a photo of Barry Bonds on the Pirates than him on the fucking Giants.
McGuire on the A's versus
What?
the Cardinals. Roger Clemens on the Red Sox, and then eventually down the road to the Yankees.
Got one of these? Huh? Yeah. Jesus Christ, Mark.
And he can't even scratch his nose. It's that big. Anyway.
Something else is affected. The size of something else is affected by that. Just want to throw that out there.
Performance. Performance. It's a performance enhancing drug, and it's a performance diminishing drug as well.
So
performance enhancing on the field, but in the bedroom, diminishing.
My boy Mark.
But anyway, the guy we talked about a little bit on this program, and we talked about him right before this program. One of his accusers is now being what is it? I want to get the right term. Charged with defrauding Trevor Bauer and one other individual. Woman by the name of Darcy Adana Esamanu. One of the accusers of Trevor Bauer with the sexual assault stuff a couple years ago.
Yep.
And there was a lot of crazy accusations with this one. There was allegations of Bauer forcing an abortion on her, and then it was determined that it was a miscarriage. And of course, the unconsensual hard sex, I think it was quoted as.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting stuff there. Long story short, she tries to extort him, and Bauer, through litigation, is able to prove his innocence through a lot of text messages and a lot of hard evidence that was really not against him. And he did that with the other San Diego woman as well, whose allegations weren't quite as severe, but still. But a while back, he got barred from the MLB for a little while, been playing overseas in Japan. But I think he should be back in the MLB tomorrow.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Should that stay an unpopular opinion?
I'd say here's my thing.
Should we wait for the litigation to run out?
No. I think it's not even these acts. Again, you're more imposed in this side of the sports, the baseball.
Sure, yes,
I just know when I look up heated moments in the MLB, he did do, on top of this alleged thing that's happened, and one of my favorite players of all time. I can't go any further because some reason people that watch the shit track what I say. But Big Ben had the same kind of thing going on. I'm just going to leave it at that. When Trevor, when you look up heated moments, though, when he chucked that baseball out of the fucking field, when he was heated, Trevor, is how disrespectful to the game was that? And then on top of that, this situation with these women coming forward. Do you think that's playing a role from that because how disrespectful was that when he threw the ball out of the fucking
very. I'm not saying he doesn't have some issues as far as anger and on the field.
Right.
But I'm talking off the field stuff. That's all been proven out where he wasn't at fault. And I understand he's had suspensions and stuff in the past.
I don't have a problem. Yeah, I don't have a problem with them coming back. I just think the MLB's just they're very. I don't know how to explain.
Careful.
They're careful, but they scrutinize the players to make them the money, and it's like
a lot of barriers to re-entry, if you will.
And we don't even need to get in the Hall of Fame fucking situation.
We've beaten that dead horse several times.
It's just very hard to play and stay in that league. I think it's one of the hardest. And then you bring on extracurricular activities, negative press, and they're just one of the best pitchers. I think he should be allowed to play. If all this is found to be, untrue, why not?
Yeah, but as far as I know, that the accusers haven't seen a dime from Bauer.
Well, how much how many years did he lose of his career? 4?
Yeah, going on 4.
I mean, I think there should be.
There's some repercussions now. Like I said, the one woman accused of defrauding him being indicted for that, and one other count of doing it to another athlete who was unnamed.
Jesus.
Then wasn't held civilly responsible for that other unnamed San Diego woman that accused him of sexual assault. So bring him back. Bring Trevor Bauer back. Make the game exciting again.
Hell of a pitcher.
I want to see balls nuked into center field off of Trevor Bauer's arm. Come on.
Christ. I think he'll be back. I think the Pirates, this would be a guy the Pirates would pick up.
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, we picked up Chapman. We don't need to get.
Yeah.
You
could go to a Trevor Bauer start, sit in center field, and you have as good a chance, if not better, a chance of him launching it right to you versus a home run coming to you.
I mean,
why the hell not?
Well, and Chapman.
That's going to be a very valuable piece of memorabilia too. You know what I mean? The ball that Trevor Bauer threw into center field.
Yeah.
Yeah. How often does a pitcher do that? Never.
I'm just saying, we could use Chapman for example. He was proven to do.
Oh, do you mean Chapman, who has an ERA hovering around 7 right now? Chapman?
Yes. He's done some acts, and somehow he's in the league.
Just got swept by the A's too. I'm very pissed about that.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Well,
anyway, continue. I keep interrupting. I apologize.
No, I'm just saying. If they bring, you know what I mean. He was proven to do that stuff, Chapman, and to a very strong degree of crimes towards his significant partner. So if he's allowed to still pitch. I don't know why. If Trevor's found to be innocent, fucking get him back in there. Come on, let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just saying because you're, yeah, you know, and that it's. We'll talk more.
Yeah, we can talk on PlayStation.
There's further I'd like to go on that, but
sure. I got a couple more.
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
I got a couple more.
All right.
So the NBA, a lot of admission of guilt when it comes to this Knicks Sixers series.
Okay.
Like I said, the report came out that apparently Maxey traveled on that and 1-3. Brunson holding the jersey. We didn't get a timeout, so on and so forth. The NBA's come out multiple times, said they were wrong. Unpopular opinion or not, the NBA shouldn't admit when they screw up and just let people debate it till the cows come home. And just let us bitch at officials for the rest of time. Because it's always going to be an issue anyway.
Well, here's what I'm going to pull back from 97 here, Trevor. Probably one of the most iconic plays. I guess a question within your question. Did Jordan push off on that final shot for the Bulls?
No.
But some people would debate that.
Defender was slipping. No. I think he had him on roller skates. No. The contact was not as hard as people make it out to be.
But what the excitement is, NBA never commented on it.
Yeah.
And now we still debate. That's
what I mean.
Leave it.
Leave it as it is.
Leave it as it is. Manu Ginobili, Euro step.
As much as I love definitive conclusions, and I know that's kind of the way we are as a society now. We like definitive conclusions. Yep. We like to be black and white.
Yes.
Let's get a little gray back into it.
Yes.
I want to debate these things until I'm on my deathbed. We're going to be debating the Jordan push off until we're on our deathbeds.
Well, and I know he's been under scrutiny.
We're going to be debating the Drew Pearson Hail Mary. We're going to be debating that until we're on our deathbeds.
Well,
that was in 1975. We're still talking about it. The thing you just brought up, that was in 97. I wasn't even born yet, and we're still talking about it.
Well, and Manu Ginobili's Euro step, Harden.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Double step back. I remember that he
Harden.
Started so leave it.
Giannis's 3 or 4 steps from midcourt.
Fucking guy can fucking leap from the right inside the free throw or at the free throw and fucking dunk the god. I mean, he drags his foot a little bit. People say it's a travel.
Carrying's never called anymore.
They're just, and at college too, you know.
No, I know. It's just not called. Just leave it as it is.
Leave it as it is.
I don't need to see that.
Leave it.
I don't need to see them admit that they were wrong. Just let people debate about it. People get fired up. People get emotionally engaged in the game. And then all of a sudden we get a definitive conclusion. The debate's done.
Right.
It's like, Knicks should have won this game.
Yeah.
Ref screwed up. Done.
Are we taking someone's job by having them not investigate it further? Yes, but you're kind of like the person that you're watching a movie and the person says, I already saw this. And
compromise on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you would regulate this. This is just a logical thing that just came to me.
Uh-huh.
Report it to the teams involved. Don't report it to the public.
We might have a leak, though.
Nah, that's what I was thinking. So don't report it at all. I'm back to that. Fuck it.
Still,
leave it alone.
Still have the nice gentlemen.
Maybe change
lady.
the records.
Yes.
Maybe change the records.
Yep.
Don't announce it.
And still have the
in the wise words of Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and the rest of the Beatles, John Lennon, and who's the other one? Who's the other one? I always forget the fourth one.
John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
No, I said John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr. Who's the other one?
Shit.
Damn it. Google that. In the wise words of the Beatles, let it be.
Right. Let's see. Our Beatles members. George Harrison.
George Harrison. That's the drummer. I always forget the drummer.
God bless him. God bless him.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Most talented. They all sang a song. I mean, that's pretty fun.
It's great. It's great stuff. Revolutionized rock and roll back in the day.
God damn it. Yeah.
Anybody that hadn't heard of the Beatles, you know, you've been living under a rock. You've been living either under a rock or in North Korea.
Well, and they drop LSD and make one of the most popular songs. We all live in a yellow
that White Album, man.
No.
Wow. They were on something there. It's like Metallica's Black Album.
Ooh.
I think I read 3 of the 4 members got divorced during that producing of that album.
Well,
that was great.
Listen to that back, and you tell me. You know.
Yeah, rough times.
Yeah,
rough times. One more, circling back to the NFL, and this might not be an unpopular opinion because I want to see this happen. I want to see this happen. And I don't know when it would happen. Maybe during Pro Bowl week. Maybe substitute the Pro Bowl with this.
Okay.
The 2 worst teams in the NFL should have to play for the number 1 overall pick. Whoever wins gets it.
Yeah, that would be. I'm okay with that. I don't know
how you'd make it happen, but I want to see it.
So that would have been.
Substitute that for the Pro Bowl, a game that actually matters. Put that in.
I think that would be more entertaining at this point. Yeah. Yes.
Or you could technically still have the Pro Bowl games, I guess, but throw that in Pro Bowl week. Screw it. Well, what are those guys doing anyway? They've been sitting on their couch for 3 weeks, probably playing golf.
Yep, Cancun. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let them anticipate something, and maybe give the veterans one last ride with their team.
And I think really, Trevor, the last big hit we saw in Pro Bowl was God rest his soul, Sean Taylor.
Indeed.
When he fucking nailed, I forget who he nailed. Oh, God damn it, I forget the quarterback.
Oh,
was it Hasselbeck? No, I don't.
No, it wasn't. Schaub was on the same. No, was it Schaub?
Maybe it was.
Might have been Schaub.
It fucking lit him. Oh, what the fuck, man? This is Pro Bowl. Yeah, well, it's football, baby. I'm like, all right. God damn it.
Sean Taylor says, I don't give a fuck.
Too soon. God.
Yeah,
oh.
It'll always be too soon.
God. Shit. It's awesome.
Yes, God rest his soul.
Oh, my God.
I hope they rebuilt that statue of him in Washington.
I mean...
That was under the old regime, though. So I think the current regime will do it proper.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
really though.
I think we'll be fine. No, that was the most pathetic attempt to honor someone.
If I was his family, I'd be a little insulted by that. That's great. That's nice. They probably.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
You could have done a little better.
I don't remember if it was made public if they were insulted, but I imagine they were pretty PO'd about that one.
Again, just gonna leave my. Yep. Dan Schneider's a piece of shit. Oh, I said his name.
Oh wait, we can. Oh wait, we're live. Shit. We broke the fourth wall. Damn it. Damn it, Drew.
Talk about a guy.
Are we ending the show with a Dan Snyder rant? Is that what we're doing? Is that what you want to do?
We're good there.
We're good. Are you sure?
We're good. All I have to say is the Steelers had a great draft. All the haters out there, prior to the draft that said they're going to flop, they're not going to do shit. I will tell you right goddamn now, Omar Khan is in all you motherfuckers' heads right now.
He knows
every single other organization is shitting their pants saying this fucking guy trumps all of us.
Yes.
Just saying it now. He is miles ahead, Trevor. And he's already looking to next year's draft, deciding on how the fuck we can bounce around.
I bet.
Kevin Colbert, in the how many years he was our GM? Khan's been there
a while, since 2000, I think.
2000.
Somewhere around there.
18 years, that's 9.
Close to 20. Close to 20.
Khan came in 21.
It's a good question.
Yeah. Apologize.
Yeah, no. I just want to verify that piece of information before
it's important. Yeah.
It is very important. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 22.
That even in 2 years, he's done more moves, Trevor.
Yep.
And I think more beneficial draft picks. Not taken away from Ben. I'd say that was his highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Colbert's highlight, without a doubt. But I think Cowher was more involved. Maybe Tomlin is, but I think Khan already he's smart enough to map it out himself, and then he goes to Tomlin.
And I didn't realize this either. Khan has been with the Steelers since 2001 through various administrative positions, but going up the ladder.
Yeah.
So I've been with the Steelers for 2023 years now.
Okay, this is actually a really good question in the show.
Sure.
How hard, as a football mind, the Khan is? Maybe to be at a lower position, kept moving up. Now he's GM.
Yeah.
But to sit back and know, I am smarter than this fucking guy, Colbert, and he had to sit all those years saying what he could have done. What do you think on that?
Like, why didn't he raise a little bit of hell or maybe go to a GM role somewhere else?
Yeah.
I don't know. It comes down to a lot of things, but to me, it comes down to two primary ones. Patience.
Okay.
The Steelers organization is very patient, and if he wanted to be a part of the Steelers organization, which kind of leading into the second thing, which he dearly loves, clearly.
Oh,
clearly loves it. Because, like I said, he's been with us for 23 years and has no intention of leaving anytime soon.
Yeah.
Comes down to patience and a love for the Steelers organization. So he was willing to be patient to know his time was coming. And damn it, it has come.
Yeah.
And he's doing a pretty damn good job.
Goddamn right.
And I got to wonder, too, how much of a voice he already had prior to that, and how much influence he had in the decisions that Colbert was making. Maybe he was exemplary and satisfied enough to a point where he knew at some point that he was going to get the job and he was going to have the final say in a lot of things.
Right.
So, yeah, no, it's rare though. It's rare that you see guys, especially in the NFL, stick with an organization for as long as he has, rise through the ranks for as long as he did, and now get to the pinnacle of his profession, being a GM.
And also move up tax brackets as well.
Yeah. Yep.
They're a little nicer.
The government's getting a little bit more money from Mr. Omar Khan.
Well,
but,
they're a
I
little
think,
more kinder in PA, but in New York. But
yeah, we're okay in PA. I think the highest bracket's a little over 3%. So not horrible. Not horrible. Federal though, that's where you get fucking killed.
Love the 8%, baby. Woo! Yeah. All right. All right. We're good. Okay.
We're good.
Anyways, no, it's been a hell of a journey here. We'll be back again next week. Expect more baseball, basketball conversation as the playoffs for the NBA continue on. Hopefully, we're talking about the Sixers next week. Trevor, believe, goddammit, I promise you. The Knicks are notorious. Mm-hmm.
No, so are the Sixers.
Well,
so are the Sixers, bud. Doc Rivers was a coach and Brett Brown before him. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yes. Anyways, it was a pleasure as always. We appreciate everybody subscribing, commenting, join the giveaway. If I did not get a hold of you yet, I will be getting a hold of you. Did get a hold of some winners already. We're working that out for them to get their gifts. But have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. God bless. Again, if you didn't watch the Draft Night Shindig, second annual, go back and watch it. It was the pinnacle of this fucking podcast, in my opinion, all around.
I mean, if you want to see us bop to Blink 182.
Yep. The analyzation by Trevor,
Joe pushing people around in Detroit.
Adult beverages being drank on camera by yours truly. It was a wonderful.
We did take a shot after the Harrison.
We did. I still have the bottle right here, and I'm going to hold on to it. Mm-hmm. Yep, I didn't throw it out.
Very good.
Throw it out. But anyways, have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. God bless. All gas, no breaks. This is another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys, and we appreciate everybody. Have a good night.